Activision devs do not play their own game. It's not your dad doesn't support you.
You should know, you worked at a coffee shop, you stupid bitch.
My name is Casey, and absolutely not fucking Tanner, because my parents don't hate me that much.
Hey, did they have just 8 patches lined up, but they just didn't release them because they were on break? No, you moron kids.
Then we'll, of course, get into it. Change your fucking name and get scammed. He's feeling under the weather.
I probably won't say another word until Stay Humble, so have a good pod, Raz. I'll be here listening.
Got it. We are live. Welcome, boys and girls, to the Dropshot, a Call of Duty podcast, episode number 221. My name is Casey, also known as Razinon on the internet. Don't ask. I am joined, as always, by this tiny little buddy, Tanner.
What's your hat say?
Lanky. The brand.
Change
the
it.
Jiu-Jitsu gi manufacturer. I don't do jiu-jitsu anymore because I'm a lazy pig. But
remember, you literally stopped doing jiu-jitsu because we would rather play Black Ops 4. Remember that? You stopped doing it because you just wanted to play BO4.
That's not true. It's not
it
true.
Was, dude. You're like, I don't want to
Okay.
go anymore. I have to. They want me to go like 3 days a week. I don't care. I'm done.
I don't think it was during BO4, but yeah, they were just getting like super.
I think
fucking,
it was, man.
Maybe, I don't know, but whatever. Yeah, it was turning into like a real tournament school, and I was not.
They were like,
about
you got to
that.
put your heart and soul in this, and you're like, nah.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I want to go and like fucking learn some shit,
Choke some kid
roll, choke some white belts, and then bounce. But yeah, they were getting real active, which is fine. It's a great school if you want to compete, but it was not my thing. And like all the classes were like super tournament geared. So
You were just getting your ass kicked. That's the real reason.
oh yeah, I was getting old, getting shit on, getting farted on, dying. Yeah.
Got it.
Having like barely enough energy to like hit my fucking gas pedal driving out of the parking lot. You ever had that? We got beat to shit, dude.
Nope.
Real worked. It was good though. I was in great shape at the time. Welcome to the show.
God, this
If you wanted to
MANSCAPED lip
skip,
balm is so nice, man. No
Yeah, it's
cap.
fantastic.
It's like the best lip balm I've ever used.
promo code Dropshot at manscaped.com, 20% off and free shipping worldwide. Welcome to the show. If you're new here, you can skip this trash, this drivel. There are timestamps in the show notes or video description for your convenience. So if you want to skip to the meat and the potatoes of this broadcast, you can do that. You shouldn't. You should listen to the whole goddamn thing, but you could if you want. So there's your reminder. Now, today we're doing an episode of the Dropshot, a Call of Duty podcast, and we have things about Call of Duty to discuss, and that's what we're doing today. And before we do that, we're going to do some announcements. Now, and I have to interrupt your regularly scheduled announcements with this announcement. We got one new patron this week, and that is simply unacceptable. Obviously. Yes, correct. Obviously.
Maybe I should use
Completely
this sucker right
unacceptable, and don't let it happen again. And if we don't have 5 new patrons by next Thursday, there might not be a podcast episode. There might not be an RSS feed. There certainly won't be a round table. So let's figure that right the fuck out. Patreon.com/thedropshot. We're doing 7 bonus episodes a month now. The value is unbelievable. And we got 1 new patron in a week. I mean, what's happening? When did you guys start to deeply resent and hate both Tanner and I and the Dropshot LLC? This is in tax season, by the way. People are
Yep.
choosing not to join the Patreon. It's very strange to me. 7 bonus episodes a month. Do you think that's not enough, Tanner? What are your thoughts on that? Is that not enough bonus fire content?
Oh, it's entirely too much, really. Apparently,
It
we could
really
have
is
just
too
done
much.
2, and it wouldn't have mattered, so we should have just done that. So, starting
Yeah.
next month, we're going down to 2 from 7.
That is correct. And, you know, it's just crazy. I don't know what to say. But what I can say is welcome to our absolute hero and champion this week, a brand new platinum patron going above and beyond. Armand N, change your whole name. Joining up. Armand, thanks, dude. We appreciate it. We hope you enjoy the fire bonus content. And tell your friends to sign up too, or I'm banning you from our Patreon. What are your thoughts on that? I better see a fucking a Michael N, an Andrew N, a Mrs.
Andy.
N.
We need an
and
Andy.
An N senior as our new patrons next week. Armand, the burden is on you. Get your family to go to the patreon.com/thedropshot. Sign up. 7 bonus episodes a month. And we thank and appreciate all of our patrons. And Armand, thank you, buddy. Much appreciated. Hope you enjoy the stuff. Speaking of Patreon, we did our last Patreon episode. It went live this morning. And we were talking about Caldera. And I titled the episode "The Problem with Caldera."
Did you?
Because it was kind of like it was weird because it was sort of similar to episode types we've done before, but also not. We basically just did it was almost like a state of the map address is what it seemed like. Like we just kind of talked about how we feel about Caldera right now. Fairly stream of consciousness episode. And we were not sure how well it was going to be received. And people seem to have enjoyed it. We've gotten some feedback in Discord already, and at least a couple of people said they enjoyed the episode. And then some other people who are dumb and tilted are malding that they can't see anything on Caldera. And then they have the audacity to say we need to get our eyes checked. Hey, you need to get your brain checked, because I can see things on Caldera. I couldn't see things on Verdansk. You can't see things on Caldera. You probably also couldn't see things on Verdansk, but because you have rose-colored glasses on, you think everything was sunshine, rainbows, and dubs on Verdansk, and it wasn't. Hey, use your critical thinking skills and go watch a VOD of Verdansk. It was not as good as you think, it wasn't as fun as you think, and you couldn't see as well as you thought you could. So maybe you're having trouble seeing through the bushes, use Combat Scout, and stay mad, but the visibility is still simply better on Caldera than it was on Verdansk, and you can't change my mind. What are your thoughts on that, Tanner?
I think the biggest thing is that I don't believe I mentioned this in that bonus episode. I think the biggest thing for me is like, you expected to see people easily on Verdansk since it's like an urban environment. It should have been very easy to see people, and you typically could unless you were looking east. If someone was in a window to your east, you literally just could not see them because of the ridiculous sun, pretty much. So that's super tragic, but yeah, we talked about a lot of other things. We talked about the visibility. We talked about kind of things that we had said about Caldera that maybe we take back now or regret. And that'll, of course, continue to evolve. But kind of like the issues with Caldera are our reasoning as to why certain people don't have as much fun. And then, talking about if we think Verdansk would be better with all the Caldera changes right now, and kind of just got into to all of that. And I think my main takeaway was, I think Verdansk with all of these changes would be a lot more fun to play, but I'm still not mad that we have Caldera. And everyone was begging for a map, and then we get it, and then they all just want to go back to Verdansk. So I would still rather play a new map than be on our 3rd year of Verdansk. You guys would all be bored and not be playing right now still if we were still on Verdansk. So yeah. It was a good app. I thought we had a lot of interesting topics we talked about.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys liked it because it was fun to record. It was definitely a different style than we normally do. And yeah, I think my main thesis on that episode was that Caldera, the reason you're not having as much fun in Warzone as you maybe used to have in Verdansk, I don't think you can attribute it to the map itself. I think you can attribute it to other things. And what are those things? Of course, Activision making terrible decisions. They could have made better decisions around Caldera, and it would be a lot more fun right now than it is. But they didn't. And if, that's my main point, is that like people have less fun now than they used to on Verdansk. They think it's because the map changed. I think it's other things. And we talked about that on the episode.
Money,
and some
regaining,
other
stuff like that.
Yeah. And we have some tips too in that ep. But if you want kind of the full take, that's our latest bonus episode at patreon.com/thedropshot. And that's available for everyone as well. So if you're interested in that, go take a listen. So there you go. Other than that, reminder, we've got our roundtable, Warzone roundtable, on the 23rd, 12 p.m. Pacific time. That is going to be next Saturday, not this Saturday. Very excited for it. We have some new faces, returning faces. Did we ever get a response from Banner?
About another suggestion person that they would have? Is that what you mean? No.
Yes. Got it.
Yeah, so got it. Cool.
Very cool.
Yep.
So we'll figure something out. But we'll have some new faces, some returning faces. Warzone Roundtable is going to be interesting. It's going to be maybe contentious as well. I think the biggest point of disagreement between Tanner and I and some of the returning faces we'll be having is the visibility issue, which honestly is not that interesting to talk about. We can talk about it, but there's nothing to say, really.
Yeah, I mean, people have their own.
I think I see things better, and you don't. Like, now what?
That's kind of what like Bango was saying that in Discord. It actually makes a lot of sense. I don't think people realize how much different looking at your monitor could look to that. I mean, I've got 3 monitors I'm looking at right now. Every single one has an entirely different color palette. I mean, even I have 2 1080p monitors. The game looks entirely different on each one. So it's all personal preference. Yeah. So if you think the visibility is worse, if you think it's better, whatever, I don't really care. That's fine. But I think there will be a lot of interesting topics because the main thing was we should have Season 3 info out by then. So we can talk about like what we're expecting to come in Season 3, some of those changes. So I think that'll be the most exciting thing to talk about, rather than just the old dog shit we always or have talked about in the past that I don't care about anymore. Visibility, skill race, or skill-based this, skill-based matchmaking. I want to talk about like the stuff coming in Season 3, hopefully.
Look to the future, indeed, yeah. And that's going to be, hopefully, the biggest kind of topic of discussion. And my objective for the listeners for this roundtable is, number 1, you enjoy listening to it, find it interesting. But number 2, if we do have Season 3 info, we are going to dedicate a significant amount of time in this roundtable to brainstorming what you should be doing when Season 3 comes out. Start using this weapon, start using that perk, start playing this way, because we're going to get a lot of info, hopefully, and then we can kind of strategize together, brainstorm a game plan for doing well on day 1 of Season 3 in Warzone. We've been pretty good about that. And I think for the roundtable, we're going to have a lot of good ideas going around about what setups to run, what weapons to use.
Yeah.
And that's going to be, hopefully it's going to offer some utility. So I'm very excited for that episode. And that will be once again, the 23rd of April, 12 p.m. Pacific time. Last announcement. Tomorrow, if you're here live, this matters. If you're not here live, the episode's going to be live like right before. If you're listening on an app and it just went live on the app, go to thedropshot.com/live right now, because we are going to be sailing the open seas in Sea of Thieves. It is a childish, dumb little game that we've been playing that has PvP and VoIP and prox chat VoIP in particular. And we have been raiding enemy players, children, stealing their loot, voicing them in-game with songs and BM of all types, and crying laughing. And it's been both fun and exciting. Not to mention, we're of course expert seamen. I love all my seamen. I love the seamen.
Yeah. I'm the captain.
And we've just been fucking farming kids on Sea of Thieves. And Friday gameplay streams. You know, we usually play Call of Duty. And we had an era where we were doing Cold War Zombies, which is a lot of fun on a Friday because it's kind of like a fuck around, hang out, do whatever. And also, you know, get drunk maybe.
Well,
and just hang
drunk.
out.
Any truly enjoyers?
Get fucking hammered.
Let's be
So I'm very
super
excited
clear.
for Sea of Thieves.
Let's be entirely clear. Sea of Thieves is a horrible game. It's fun because you can make it fun playing with your friends and also messing with other kids. Doing like the PvP is horrendous, but it's funny, you know, VoIPing these kids, dumpstering them, having them yell racial slurs as their microphone is in the back of their throat because we just stole all their loot, you know. That's what makes it fun. The game
like
itself is terrible. But all of that makes it very entertaining to watch and play, I think. So I'm excited for that for sure.
Yes, it's gonna be it's gonna be something. So hop aboard the galleon with us. Get that magnifying glass out and set sail, dude. It's gonna be fun.
Stop calling it's not a magnifying glass.
Yeah, it's not. What is that called?
I don't know. Not a magnifying glass though.
It's like a magnifying glass.
It's like
like a telescope.
I think you could consider it a telescope, maybe. It's like a monocular almost. You know?
It is a monocular, but it's something else also. Spyglass.
Spyglass, is that what they call it? Yeah.
Spyglass, yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah. So anyway, be ready. Any other announcements, Tanner? Got it.
Bjorn, thanks for the tier 1 for 19 months. Sup, little baby man. Don't call me little baby man, Bjorn. You're 13. Thanks, buddy, for that tier 1. I appreciate that. 19 months. What a demon. Demonic. We got to really get prepped tomorrow, by the way, for some we got to hit some islands, get some loot, so we don't run out of food and shit again, you know? We got to really prep for that, man.
Yeah, we do. We should do that hard voyage or whatever. We also need to prep for Saturday, by the way. So don't
What's
forget
Saturday?
that. An episode.
Oh, do we have an ep on Saturday? Let's just cancel it. There's nothing to talk about. No Saturday ep. That's the last announcement.
We'll be doing a Saturday episode.
Okay.
We'll edit that out. All right, welcome to the show. First, playlist updates. Double XP schedule is normally what we used to do. I don't know why that's still in the heading. We're not covering double XP anymore. There's probably double XP right now. Smile. So there you go. Vanguard, new playlists today. Arms Race, a new playlist called Exposed. Shipment 24/7, Big Map Blitz Dom. Champion knows those. Exposed, the playlist. Enemies are highlighted when in sight. Radar is on. Always, I'm assuming. No kill streaks. And dead silence / ninja are restricted. Happy hunting. This is kind of cool. I like this playlist. You basically know where everyone is at all times. It's kind of similar to the MW 1v1 me bro playlist, where it was like constant UAV. You could always see where other people are, except it's in like teams. And there's no streaks. This is cool. This sounds pretty fun. And this would be really good, I think. Well, there's Shipment 24/7. Probably better. But I was going to say Exposed would be pretty good for leveling weapons, because people can't fucking hide from you. But even for just having fun, this would be a pretty good playlist. It's a cute idea.
You may have some fun, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's in Vanguard. Shipment 24/7 is the biggest thing there, obviously. And then today we also got a Warzone playlist update as well. BR, solos, duos, trios, and quads. Rebirth Island, Resurgence, all 4. Iron Trials trios. That's interesting.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
I didn't either, and I'm very interested in that.
Oh.
That sounds like something. And then Blood Money quads. How do you think Rebirth Island Iron Trials trios would play, Tanner?
I don't know, because remember we thought duos would be really bad, and then we played duos, and it's like, oh, this actually works out really well on Rebirth.
I know.
I have no idea. We're actually going to have to try that out at some point.
We are going to have to try that out.
But we should. Interesting. I did not know that. I just know they made sure to make an announcement about Resurgence solos because a lot of people liked it and wanted it in. So they said, all right, we've had a ton of good feedback on it. We're leaving that sucker in. But yeah, the Iron Trials, that kind of just slipped under the radar, man. I didn't even see anyone talking about it. I think that's why I didn't even notice that was there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That sounds pretty fun. One thing, though, and this is kind of counterintuitive, but I think it might be true. Iron Trials Duos is 20 teams. Iron Trials Trios is only, what? What is 12 times 3? 36?
36.
So 13 teams. So 7 fewer teams might make it even more campy. And you would expect duos to be campier because that's how it is in regular BR. But I think it might be different on Rebirth Island.
Everyone's going to be holding hands, dude. That's the difference with Iron Trials. You kind of have to, because if you come across a team of 3 people, you're not going to win that gunfight most of the time.
With that much health, yeah.
So it's gonna play entirely different. Yeah.
I still think it's going to be pretty fucking fun, though.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So for you Iron Trials players out there, that sounds actually really interesting. I don't know how this would play. I suspect pretty well, though, because Iron Trials Duos surpassed my expectations on Rebirth.
True.
So
yeah, that was actually a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
We should play Iron Trials Trios once, and so we can get a win like we always do. Play it one time, win, never play it again.
Yeah, I wonder if there's going to be a new calling card for it.
Probably not. They probably would have mentioned that and made it a bigger deal than it should have been. You can probably
get the same calling card you could have gotten when we won our first game without trying on Iron Trials Duos for this. Probably what it is. But if it's different, we'll let you guys know because that's actually kind of cool. So, yeah, there you go. Now, patch notes. Not much, but some. First of all, on the topic of Vanguard. Sledgehammer tweeted 2 days ago, the 12th, thanks to everyone who participated in our experimental playlist and survey. So the experimental playlist we talked about on a Patreon episode in a little bit, I think, on the public's, was this new playlist you could queue for in Vanguard multi that had better spawns, basically. That was their goal. So between your feedback, the tweet continues, and the data we analyzed from the game, the spawn adjustments have proven beneficial. Today, we have implemented those spawn changes across Vanguard, and they are now live. These changes to spawn logic were previously exclusive to the experimental playlist. As of today's update, they are available in all maps and modes, including ranked play. So that is something. I will start by saying I didn't notice terrible spawns in ranked ever when we played for 4 hours. So this isn't probably any worse, but I feel like it doesn't affect rank that much. I mean, there's search. There's control. Your spawns are locked in both of those. And then what's the other one? Hardpoint. So in hardpoint, it would matter, actually.
So, like, the biggest complaint this year as to why pros don't like CDL is the spawn system in Vanguard. So this is actually huge for that. There's constantly pros tweeting out, like, the little, like, the caster mini-map, but it shows when people spawn. They're like, what the fuck is this game spawn, man? This is horrendous.
That's only for hardpoint, though, right?
I mean, controls respawn, too, so I would assume it's for both. I don't know. I mean, that was something I had even said about Tuscan, is, like, I felt like it spawns you too far away from the it spawns you all the way back. I don't remember if that was hardpoint or control. I think that was hardpoint, but that seems to be the biggest one. But I mean, it's going to affect control too, so that's cool.
I don't know if it will, but even for hardpoint, yeah, that is really good because the hardpoint spawns were pretty dog shit in ranked play. If you got like unlucky once, you were just kind of always locked into like the shit spawn. The rest of the game, it felt like it's like, oh fuck, we spawned over here. Yeah, anyway, so that's cool. I don't think the experimental playlist is in the game anymore.
No.
I do hope to see it come back and they experiment with other things, like making the game better.
Making the game good, yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
And this is what I had talked about on Patreon. I don't care so much about that experimental playlist we had specifically, but the existence of the idea of an experimental playlist from Call of Duty, I think is really good. And hopefully we see this come back for MW 2, where people complain about things, they make an experimental playlist for MW 2, and then they test fixes for it. And if they're good, they implement them across the board. I am happy to see that that is what they've done here, and hopefully they continue to do it in MW 2. It doesn't matter if they do it in Vanguard. Vanguard's too late. I don't care what they fix. It doesn't matter. But for MW 2, having experimental playlists is a good idea. So I'm glad that they've used this and that they're talking about it. So, and if you play ranked play, that's good. The hardpoint spawns should be better. We also got a little tiny update for Warzone. Vehicles are now back on Rebirth Island. And then a bug fix for the Bizon. So basically, here's what happened. Sim.gg, which is like the better truegamedata.com website. It gives you data mined, like damage ranges, velocity, multipliers, all the shit True Game Data gives you, basically. They data mined everything, and one of the weird anomalies they found was the Bizon, the Modern Warfare submachine gun, was doing less damage if you shoot the person's right arm versus their left arm. And probably literally no one knew this, because why would you test that? Because why the fuck would a gun do less damage to my right bicep than my left? No idea. Until Sim existed, and then Activision saw that and was like, oh, we should fix this. And so they did. So the Bizon now does 34 damage to the right and left arm, as it should. It's symmetrical now. And it's got like an insane headshot multiplier or whatever. They made this patch note. JGod also made a video on the Bizon saying this is like definitely a better gun now than it used to be, obviously. But it's still not worth using. And I think that's the biggest point I have on this topic. What are your thoughts on the Bizon?
Yeah, I don't know, like that insane headshot multiplier. 55, that's very, very high. That's like better than every Cold War AR pretty much in terms of headshot multipliers. And the gun is very easy to control. So I didn't look up Rebirth stats, but it has the potential to have a extremely fast time to kill compared to even Vanguard guns that are fully kitted out with, recoil booster and all that. But yeah, it's like
first damage range too, actually. It's like 15 meters.
Yeah. But you pretty much have to hit like mostly headshots, but it is a very easy gun to control. So it could be fun if someone's insane at aiming and you go for all headshots, you're going to notice you're killing people very quickly. But for the average person, yeah, the gun isn't worth using still.
Yeah.
They also, apparently the Vanguard PPSH is kind of similar, not nearly as drastic, but one lower arm does 20 damage, right arm, and the left arm does 23 damage. So that's also incorrect. So that'll probably be fixed in like a week because they tweeted about that yesterday.
There you go. Yeah. So cool that there's data mining happening. And
yeah.
Isn't it crazy that the people who made the fucking data know it less than some guy who made a website? It's just so outrageous. Can't you data mine your own guns and check the spreadsheet every once in a while?
Yeah, must not work that way.
Right.
I know.
If I shoot the right arm, it does 14 less damage than the left. What's going on here? That's weird. But 3 years, they never bothered to check.
Yeah.
So cool. But yeah, if you get 2 headshots in Caldera, you can lower your time to kill if you're using a Bizon. And if you get 1 headshot on Rebirth, since the health is less, you'll lower your time to kill. Still don't think it's worth using, though. Mainly because it's a Modern Warfare gun, and it's your SMG, And Modern Warfare guns have the least mobility of all three games. So you're going to have like a pretty slow moving operator with the Bizon.
Yeah,
and the SMG is when you want the movement speed. So I think that's one of the biggest probably the biggest downside, actually.
You can zoom with that sucker, but if you set it up that way, then you're going to have a lot worse recoil control, and then you're not going to hit any headshots, and then there's just no reason to use it.
Yeah, exactly. So I would not use the Bizon, but you can watch JGod's video. He goes pretty in detail on this topic.
Yeah.
If you want, but
if you're aimbotting though and using an SMG, it's the best SMG to use. There we go. So any cheaters out there, put that sucker on.
Any cheaters? Yeah. So there you go. So that's that. Next, the golden vaults are now accessible on Rebirth Island. And Raven tweeted about it. I don't want to read this tweet, but I'm going to. Golden vaults are accessible on Rebirth Island, but you didn't think you could just waltz on in, did you? Riches await those who answer the call.
Damn, they've been playing Sea of Thieves, it sounds like.
Riches await.
Literally what I was thinking, yeah. And there's an ellipses at the end, so very spooky or whatever. So you can now access the vaults. There is a way to get into the vaults that Tanner's going to fill us in on right now.
Yeah, so it's something dumb. It's like you go to the cell block, you have to find 6 phones or something that are sitting in the cell blocks. You pick all those up. You go to some other area, which I don't know where it is. The phone will be ringing. You pick up the phone, you listen, you wait for the numbers. There's like entirely too many numbers. It's like 7 or 9 maybe. You have to remember that. Run to the vault. Type that sucker in, which takes 30 seconds in and of itself, typing in the long-ass number, and then it opens up. The only clips I've seen of the vaults, by the way, are kids mounted up, sitting hidden somewhere, watching the vault, waiting for someone to open. As soon as they enter the code and they open it, they gun them down, they run in, and they steal all the loot.
Yep.
So, it's cool, but the fact is, Rebirth on a game mode where you respawn, I don't think it's worth your time. It's like you're going to spend all this time doing this shit little thing just to get specialists and then die a minute and a half after getting specialist, you know? If this was a thing on Caldera,
exactly.
100% that's worth it, and it will be a thing at some point, it seems. But on Rebirth, it's just not worth your time. I mean, people going for like high kill games, I'm sure none of them are doing this. They're just chasing people around and killing them. So it gets you, I mean, you can get like Foresight out of it, kill streaks. Foresight doesn't matter on Rebirth anyways. Kill streaks, specialist, bunch of money, all sorts of things.
I wonder if you could get a blueprint.
I believe there is some blueprint. I want to say it's like a riot shield blueprint or something horrendous.
Oh God. Okay.
I don't know what it is. I don't remember.
If it's a riot shield blueprint, then don't enter the vault on principle. Yeah. Don't even play on Rebirth Island. I refuse to play somewhere where you can get a fucking riot shield blueprint. But if it's a blueprint for like some other gun you might use in the future, then maybe this is worth doing once to get the blueprint. But like Tanner just said, they're not worth doing. This isn't like a viable way to win. If you want to see the vault and have fun, cool, it's a video game, go for it. But like, if you think opening this vault is an effective strategy for winning a game of Resurgence, you're just wrong. It's not. There is no chance that this is worth it. The games are too short anyway.
Yeah.
By the time you listen to the fucking 11-digit serial number and then go to your notepad, write it down, reference your notepad while you're entering the digits, getting fucked in the ass by someone on an engine-owning free trial, and then die, you're going to have to hope that by the time you're even ready to do that, the vault is in the final circle, because that's how late the game is probably. So like, this is not worth doing. However, something like this will be coming to Caldera, and when it does, that will be when the vaults have been the most valuable they've ever been ever, because there's no money on Caldera, and if you can get in a vault, it is worth spending literally 10 fucking minutes, if that's how long it takes to get into a vault, because there's no money on Caldera, which we talked about in our last Patreon episode and more. Patreon.com/Dropshot. 7 bonus episodes a month. Best way to support the show. And that is going to be absolutely a viable strategy that like you should literally just do every game. I think the vaults are going to be fucking insane value on Caldera, more than they've ever been. And I wonder how many people are going to feel that way and how hot the vaults will be on Caldera. Now, obviously, when the vaults first come to Caldera, they're going to be hot. People are going to be trying to make TikToks and YouTube videos and experience the new thing. And then about 2 weeks after, that will die down. After those 2 weeks, I'm very curious how hot the vaults will be, because they're going to be super effective for how the Caldera plays right now. Do you think they'll be super hot 2 weeks after they come out, once the hype has died down?
On Caldera or on Rebirth?
On Caldera.
Yeah, I mean, people continued to do the ones on Verdansk for a while too. So I do think they'll always be valuable for sure, especially if you can get foresight on Caldera. That's huge, actually, since like the recon strat meta is pretty much non-existent. That would be very, very good. That'd be worth doing on its own. Picking up an advanced UAV specialist. That would be very nutty on Caldera. But on Rebirth, yeah, bottom line, if you play extremely slow, maybe in Rebirth, maybe if you're in like non-sweaty lobbies, you're not going up against the TikTokers and shit, could be valuable spending time getting foresight, I guess, sitting in a building if you're like trying to win and stuff. But I mean, generally speaking, I don't think it's worth your time at all to do. It's cute maybe to do once, open it up, but not like a valuable way to win or actually do better on Rebirth, I don't think.
Yeah, definitely not. I'm super excited. They need to come to Caldera, though.
Yeah, really I bet they'll come with Season 3.
Yeah, hopefully.
Season 3 or Season 3 Reloaded.
They need to, man. They really need to. Something's got to be done. Because, like, on the one hand, I think they will be super hot, even when the hype dies down, because they're going to be so good. But on the other hand, Factory is the only place that has loot right now, and there aren't that many teams there currently. So people are also dumb. So maybe they won't be that hot.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. I don't know what to think. And it depends on how many vaults there are, too, obviously. Because in Verdansk, when there were vaults, there were, what, like 5 or 6?
Yeah, there were a lot. There were a lot of them suckers.
There were a fair amount. So I would expect something similar when Caldera comes out.
Yeah.
So anyway, that is that. Not much in the way of patch notes. Now, moving on to news and upcoming changes. Tanner, what do we got?
All right. We got quite a bit of news right before we started this. So we're starting it off with this. This is breaking, courtesy of Charlie Intel. News. New Black Ops Cold War content in the works, including jungle, multiplayer map, new weapons, and more. So we'll get more into it here. I haven't read most of this. Why are you mad about that?
Because they're updating Cold War.
Well, yeah, because no one plays Vanguard.
Yeah.
There's nothing to complain about there. Either. There's actually a lot of people that still play Cold War, surprisingly.
Really?
Yes, Cold War is,
That's crazy.
And there's still more people play MW than anything, so that doesn't make sense. Anyways, incoming Black Ops Cold War content. Our first batch of Cold War content for 2022 arrived in May, blah, blah, the Vargo. In the coming weeks, we'll be releasing an all-new ranged weapon to take into multiplayer zombies and Warzone, as well as familiar face from the campaign as our newest operator. In multiplayer, another classic Black Ops Remaster will join the 6v6 rotation when we bring Jungle to the game. This is an absolute favorite of ours. Same. I wish that it was during the Cold War life cycle. Actually, it wouldn't have mattered because I didn't like Cold War anyways. And we can't wait for you to experience it with everything Black Ops Cold War multiplayer has to offer. In the not-too-distant future, we're planning to release a new melee weapon to use in multiplayer zombies and Warzone, new operator skins, blah, blah, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Any thoughts on that before we get into the next thing?
What? Did they say anything about this new gun? An all-new ranged weapon.
Ranged weapon. I feel like it's going to be something dumb, like a crossbow type thing.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
Maybe not, but maybe. Yeah. It is weird they say ranged weapon. Wouldn't they say gun?
Exactly.
Maybe something like a Stingray. I don't know. So, yeah. If there's an actual new gun, that would be cool. But the main thing is, I really like Jungle. It's a great map. I wish they added it when I had Cold War installed, when it was the new game, not fucking almost 2 years later. And also, on the other hand, jungle will be a fucking nightmare in Cold War multiplayer. Every single person will be sniping, and it will be effective.
Sniper LMG, yeah.
Holy shit. Yep, exactly, yeah. Some real long sightlines on jungle. If you don't like sniping, do not play Cold War anymore, because this map, you will get fucking farmed. And LMGs too, yeah, true. Super, super good for those. The jungle would not actually play very well in Cold War unless you're using those, but still, I wish it was in the game when I played. But yeah, nothing else to say on that topic really now.
All right, next little note here. Cold War Zombies updates. On the Zombies front, well, we don't have plans to bring additional maps to Cold War for the reasons we laid out at the start of this blog, which apparently there's more. I need to read it here in a second. We're delivering several updates to Outbreak and Onslaught, starting with Season 3. We'll be adding a new secret for Zombies players to discover, particularly those who've conquered every main quest Cold War has to offer.
That's weird.
And then they say some other shit that doesn't matter. So, I guess there's a whole article that I'm looking at on my phone now about Vanguard zombies. So I'll just read it straight from my phone. Round-based zombies coming to Vanguard. It's happening. With the launches of Der Anfang and Terra Maledicta wrapped up in our seasonal updates going into the wild, Vanguard Zombies team is focusing its efforts on the groundwork required to bring round-based zombies to Vanguard. I wish they wouldn't. Thank you, but it's not your fault, Treyarch. I wish you just wouldn't and use those resources on your next game or whatever free-to-play zombie shit's coming next year. Well, we're extremely excited to deliver this classic style of gameplay for Vanguard players. We want to set the expectation up front that it's going to take some time to get to your hands. Okay, so let's do this. Please then, don't waste your time. I don't know why we're even doing this. This involves extensive systems development from the ground up, oh boy, in a variety of areas, including the design, implementation, and testing of round-based wave spawning and AI patching. So, I mean, this is like literally months away. There is no reason to be doing this, Treyarch. I don't like you wasting your time on this. Blah, blah. So Vanguard's next Zombies map will be a reimagining of the full scope of Shi no Numa. Freshly enhanced with an all-new main quest and side quest, new area to explore, new wonder weapon, blah, blah, Easter eggs, pack-a-punch camos, blah, blah, blah. Based on our current production schedule, we're planning to bring this map to Vanguard after Season 3 concludes. So that's not even coming till after Season 3 concludes. The round-based shit, yeah, so never mind. I wish I didn't read any of that because it doesn't matter.
By the way, the conclusion of Season 3 means Season 4. So it's going to be like Season 4 reloaded at the earliest.
Yep, probably.
So, got it. Yeah, this is literally what you and I said about fucking Vanguard Zombies. Like, if they're going to save this, it's going to take so much work that by the time it's done, it's not worth it because MW 2 will be like almost out anyway. Yep. So, we will play this when it comes out in 6 months or whatever. But I mean, you know, my expectations couldn't be lower, but we'll try round-based zombies when it comes to Vanguard. Sure.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't have a fucking cutscene where I'm read crime and punishment between each round. That would be nice. But other than that, I have very, very, again, low expectations for Vanguard Zombies round-based. I think the only silver lining of all of that is that they're demonstrating that they've listened to what players said about zombies.
Yeah, and they know Vanguard Zombies is that's what
it's fucking dog
that's what
shit,
kind of all of this is hinting at, that hey, we understand Vanguard Zombies sucks. We understand you guys aren't playing Vanguard, so we're adding more content again to Cold War. And I mean, there's like new calling cards, a bunch of shit coming. Now, would that have came either way? There's a good chance it would have, but, you know, it's probably, some of these things may be rushed more than they would have otherwise because of the overall performance and player base of Vanguard.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
But, yeah, so last thing here from this blog,
A new competitive season. So they say some shit. With Season 3, ranked play will come out of beta and will deliver a new collection of rewards for everyone to start earning when the new competitive season begins. Players can expect new rewards.
Vanguard,
correct, Vanguard ranked play. To unlock with each season. And this time around, we're serving up the competitive meta with weapon blueprints to unlock for the auto and MP40, plus new universal weapon camos, exclusive charms, and more. Cool.
This is cool.
Blah, blah. So that means with a new season coming, ranked play, your skill and everything will be reset, and you'll have to do your skill evaluation once again. And everyone who played in Season 2 will receive an animated emblem to represent their accomplishment. Okay, got it. And that's pretty much it. Ranked play has instantly risen to one of the most played modes in Vanguard. Yeah, yep.
That's fucking cool, dude. I like this a lot. I really like that they're doing like rewards. So one thing that they said too was including the top 250 skill division, top 250 leaderboard, new season and skill division rewards, expanded party skill restrictions, additional quitter penalties, which is good, and more transparency around progression, which is good as well. This sounds really good.
Well, that's the stuff they already did.
Yeah, but they're just gonna keep like building on it, which is good. The skill division reward thing I think is so fucking cool. And I don't know if they actually. I know we talked about that. Is it already in the game in some way?
To get rewards like emblems and stuff, you mean?
Based on your rank.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
And they're gonna keep doing that, which is really cool. I stand by everything I had said when we last talked about this. If there's like a special fucking calling card or emblem for getting top 250 that works in Warzone also, that's going to be fucking cool, dude.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That'll be the ultimate
And that would
sweat.
make it like worth grinding for.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
I think that's really dope. Maybe even worth cheating for. We'll get into it.
Yeah. More than anything, I think the fact they say ranked play has instantly risen one of the most played game modes in Vanguard. Probably the only thing that's more popular in Vanguard is the Shipment or DOS House playlist, whatever is live at the time. Because most people playing Vanguard are playing Vanguard for camos, I believe, and doing like challenges and whatnot. I would imagine. I don't think people are playing Vanguard for fun. Do they exist? I'm not sure. I don't think I've met one person that plays it for fun. But, yeah, what was I going to say regarding that? Oh, I think it just goes to show you, yeah, people like these rank modes in multiplayer. Why do we never think to have that on launch then, you know? It's like everyone loved the World War II ranked play. MW didn't have it. People wanted it. You know, it's like, you've got to just get it there on launch, man. Yeah. So that's what I'm wondering. You know, there's a lot of like the leakers are thinking that essentially this groundwork they're laying out for Vanguard will be the ranked mode going forward for multiplayer, and essentially this can just be ported over to MW 2. And when Modern Warfare 2 launches, we have a ranked mode at launch, which would be really dope. If we have it at launch, I think that would be super fun to play. Really popular game mode. I would definitely get into that, ideally, and play for play for rank. If Modern Warfare 2019 had a ranked mode, I would have definitely played a shitload of that. I'm certain.
Yeah. Yeah. This is really cool. I will say I'm very surprised that anyone plays ranked multiplayer. I am documented. I'm on record saying no one gives a shit about ranked multiplayer for Call of Duty. I was wrong about that. But if you like ranked mode, this is really good for you, because the fact that they're doing all of this and that they're acknowledging how popular it is, of course, means they're going to be bringing ranked play in this iteration that everyone likes to MW 2. There's no question that MW 2 will have ranked play. The question is, will it be on launch or will it be season 1? That's the only question. It will have ranked play, though. There's no way it's this popular. They acknowledge it's this popular. They put all this work into it, and then they snub us again when MW 2 comes out. There's no chance. So if you like ranked play and multiplayer, which I actually do now also, this is really fucking cool to see.
Yeah, and that's something Ted had talked about, and I think the interview with Swag TP, one of them, it was like the only valuable thing that came out of that interview is he had talked about how all of the games now are built on the same platform for the developers. So essentially everything can be ported. Stuff can be ported between Warzone, multiplayer games, all of that. So I think this is kind of like the groundwork for future ranked play titles for sure.
Yeah. So this is very, very cool. What was I going to say? Fuck. Oh, the only thing about having ranked on launch, if you can't level up your weapons or get camos, how many people would want to be playing ranked on launch?
Was kind of thinking about that too. Cause I'm like, I would play it on launch. I just said that, but I'm thinking, but if I like the multiplayer, actually, I'm gonna want to grind for camos first. That's what I thought right after I said that. Yeah,
and just level shit for Warzone.
So maybe
too,
even if you get it earlier, and even if they announce when the game launches or before the game launches, there's gonna be a ranked mode. It's coming in season 1. It's coming in season 1 reloaded. It'll be like in December or something. So we have like a month and a half to like grind out weapons and get feelers out of the game. Because yeah, that would be kind of weird almost right on launch. You wouldn't even know what the meta guns are, not the meta setups, and everyone's playing ranked.
True.
So maybe it wouldn't be right on launch, but like within 60 days of the game launching, I think that would be ideal.
Yeah, for sure. When season 1 comes out, if it drops then, I think that would be perfect.
Yeah.
I think everyone would be happy with that. So very cool. Very exciting stuff. Yeah.
Another thing though, if Warzone 2 is not coming until like March, then there's kind of like a time gap to fill there, and ranked play could definitely kind of fill that gap for players.
Exactly. For us.
Yeah.
That would be fucking fun, dude.
Yeah.
Get a little ranked play squad if we like the game. Stream that until Warzone comes out on our gameplay streams and shit. That would be really fun.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about it.
Splash, splash. I was taking a bath and I noticed I have beautiful balls. My friends at MANSCAPED, the global leader in below-the-waist hygiene, are turning men's shower dreams into their favorite routine with the all-new Ultra Premium Collection. This all-in-one hygiene, skin, and hair bundle is designed to upgrade the everyday man's shower routine from head to toe. Your skin, hair, and balls deserve this. Save big by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with the code DROPSHOT. Let me walk you through the Manscaped shower routine. Step 1, you're going to lather on the cologne-infused Ultra Premium Body Wash with aloe vera and sea salt to keep your skin feeling clean and moisturized all day long. Not sure if you heard that correctly, but this is a body wash that's cologne-infused, so that special someone in your life will definitely love it. Step 2, it's time to take care of that hair. Apply the 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner that cleanses and nourishes in one step. The non-greasy formula has a base of coconut water, green tea, aloe, turmeric, and sage. Apply this to those armpits and that pubic region as well. Step 3, once you get out of the shower, protect yourself from body odor by applying on the Manscaped aluminum-free deodorant. This deodorant dries clear and is also cologne-infused. Step 4, you have ink, tattoos, or dry skin? Let's hit your skin with the hydrating body moisturizer spray. Step 5, apply the Manscaped Lip Balm. This is a free gift when you purchase the Ultra Premium Collection. Let me tell you, it is excellent. Last but not least, we're using the Lawnmower 4.0 electric trimmer to clean off any unwanted body hair. The Lawnmower 4.0 is waterproof, so you bet it's a major key to that new shower routine. This elite trimmer is designed to trim hair on loose skin. Although your balls might look like punching bags, don't treat them like one and benefit from their proprietary skin-safe technology. This new bundle will change your life, and I want all of my listeners out there to live their best lives. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code DROPSHOT at manscaped.com. That's 20% off free shipping, code DROPSHOT at manscaped.com. It's time to get wet and get clean with your new Manscaped shower routine.
Up next, we have our release date and some patch notes. Is that what this says?
No. Well, this is an article posted by Charlie Until that kind of just covers some different things regarding Warzone in the upcoming weeks. So Warzone and Vanguard Season 3 will officially arrive on Wednesday, April 27th. Call of Duty released some little cinematic video of Task Force Harpy. Be honest, don't know what that is, don't care. I'm sure it's something related to the Vanguard campaign, which I have not played a minute of, so you guys play the campaign, maybe you know who that is. They're on some mission to intercept a package of Nebula 5 gas on Caldera Island. This trailer also hinted at a looming threat coming to the island. That was the biggest thing to gain out of this.
S.
So they tweeted this out, that little video, and then they tweeted out, "We've uncovered a device broadcasting a mysterious frequency from the cache. Further spectral analysis is needed to decipher the signal. Can any soldiers help?" Interesting. So Prestige is key. Put this sucker in, I guess, like a audio recording program or something, and it'll like show you the level. I don't know how it works. I'm not a fucking audio engineer. But essentially, he posted a screenshot. He knew what it was. He's a COD partner, so they reached out and planned this whole thing with him. Anyways, the audio spells out monsters are real. And that is hinting at the previously leaked Godzilla and King Kong event coming to Warzone. So, I don't have too many thoughts on it. As everyone else has already said, if it's some event where I'm being chased like Krampus, I don't want it in the game, and I probably won't play Warzone during that time span if that's in the game. Don't know how else this would play out, though. I don't know if it's just going to be like some map changes, like Godzilla fucks some things up and it changes the map. I don't really know what this means. I don't know how large Godzilla is. Is he 7'5"? Is he 800 feet tall? I don't know, man.
Yeah.
What's Godzilla's height and weight?
Real big. I don't get it. I don't know. It's hard for me to imagine this is a good LTM, to be honest. Like, how do you incorporate Godzilla and King Kong into a Call of Duty event well? That doesn't ruin my gameplay experience. I'm not really sure. The only thing I can think is that when this comes out, we get a cutscene, we open the game, Godzilla fucking farts on prison and blows it up, and then King Kong like rips the tower and throws it in the ocean, and then they both leave. That's the only way.
That's what I'm thinking, like a cutscene, yeah.
That's the only way this is a good LTM. Pretty much anything besides that is going to be bad. Because Godzilla and King Kong, or the monsters, whatever the fuck they are, which is probably them. The Lakers are probably right about this. They can't do anything else to the game that would be good and make it fun. Because if they're on the map swatting helicopters and shit, not fun, not good.
Yeah.
Not interesting.
How will that work?
I just don't get it. There's no conceivable way this is implemented and is fun unless they're simply not in the actual game and they're just in a cutscene to be fodder for map change, like story or whatever.
Yeah. So
I also watched that opening or that cinematic that Call of Duty tweeted. And at the very beginning, at like 8 seconds, there's a map and there's a volcano erupting like Nova 6 gas. So that might mean something as well. I don't know what that would be. Maybe Peak is erupting Nova 6 and it's going to erode the side and then Peak shrinks. That's extremely wishful thinking.
Well,
extremely wishful thinking. But
that could lead into this, which was the last part of these little notes here is, I guess part of that Ted Timmons interview, Raven lead director with the Baka Bros, I guess he had said there's some really cool stuff coming to Peak with Season 3, and it would be, quote, the first inroads of map changes coming to Caldera. So maybe it is something to do with that event, yeah. So the event probably will be some cinematic. It will change the map in some way, like you said. Not like probably drastic changes, I would imagine. It wouldn't surprise me if there were drastic changes because that's what people want, but it's a lot of work and I'm just not expecting them to do all that. But yeah, things like destroys some buildings at airfield, things like that, destroys the tower, throws it somewhere else, and then like there's a broken tower on the runway. I could see shit like that, yeah, like you said. But
you know what would be cool?
Would be cool.
Changing around Peak is if they just added like literally 10 to 15 buildings around peak, so that if you're on the side of peak, you have some cover, but you're still disadvantaged to the people that are literally on the peak. I think that would be fairly balanced. And if they, in conjunction with that, fixed the fucking circles, that would make Caldera significantly better. This is wishful thinking, but I think this would be really good. Because the side of peak right now is a disaster. And if you added a bunch of buildings, it might make it easier to climb up the peak, because you can climb like the banister, get on the roof, take that to another roof or like the next ledge of rock, and then keep moving.
Yeah.
You know, that would be cool. But I don't know. I don't know what they could do that would be fun and exciting.
Unless,
besides that.
Unless it's something to do with, like, you know, the little cutscene, like the task force team is invading the Nazi-occupied island of Caldera, trying to get the nebula gas. So it's like maybe the Nazis on the island start reinforcing it and adding, like, I don't know, bunkers or other shit to the side of peak. Things like that. Just different, like, changes so it looks like more built up, maybe. I don't know. I mean, they'll probably do none of that, but I don't know what else it'd be. Did some little Googling, by the way.
Any Googlers?
Godzilla is a thick boy, yeah. In the USA version of Godzilla, he's 400 feet tall.
Cool.
And in the Japanese version in 1954, he was 165
Spit that word
feet.
out a little faster next time.
Yeah, got it. Got it.
We'll do some editing there.
yeah, my bad. But yeah, so this sucker's about the size of Caldera. So, that'll be fun, man. Yeah, I don't know what to expect from this.
400 feet is what, 40 stories?
Something
a
like
story's like 10 feet, right? Cool. Huge. Yeah. So if that's actually on the map, I'm going to be very upset.
Yeah. Unless this is all just tied to an LTM where, like, a bunch of people shoot at him or something. I have no clue. I'm done guessing about it, actually. I don't care. Yeah, but what are you going to get for it then? Who are you going to be fighting? It's like normal squads and you're fighting him. I don't know. I don't want to fight AI.
Like the end of Verdansk event where everyone's like on the same team killing the train. Maybe there's like some separate playlist where everyone's fucking yeeting Panzerfaust at Godzilla's tongue. Like that. That wouldn't be fun, but if it's its own mode, then that would be good because it means Godzilla isn't in BR. So that's another possibility too.
He's going to be in the BR, yeah. I mean, they left Krampus in for 3 weeks, so he's absolutely coming.
That's another just excellent point, unfortunately. So I really don't really know what to think.
Yeah.
But
and then also don't forget, we're only 6 days away, or maybe even 5 days away from getting Snoop Doggy Dogg as an operator in Warzone. That 420 pack. Let's absolutely go, man.
Whoa. Is he going to be an operator himself?
It's probably a skin for some other... Well, I don't know. How would they do that? I'm not sure.
Because Rambo was his own... Oh, no, Rambo was a skin.
Was it considered another operator? I don't know. I didn't buy any of those.
Yeah. Huh. So probably that black dude in Vanguard, they'll probably make a Snoop Dogg skin for him, maybe. What does Snoop Dogg dress like, though? He doesn't have, like, signature outfits.
He's drippy for
sure.
So
maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it'll be.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't care.
Anyway,
so
next thing up here, the number 2 ranked Vanguard player in the world caught cheating live on stream.
Shocker. Shocker.
So there's this clip. His stream like bugged out and like kind of froze, and like his game got like glitchy, and he's like, "Whoa, what just happened?" And it showed the red squares around the enemy players, and it showed all of their names.
Yep.
So it's obvious on his screen it was always showing that, but then his stream like glitched out and it showed it to everybody. So that's cool. This immediately went absolutely bonkers viral on Twitter.
Yeah, this went ape.
He posted some dog shit long statement that was entirely too long on Twitter. He claims essentially he got the hacks to unlock camos. And then grinded to number 2 in fairness and wasn't cheating. But it's like,
on that app.
But he didn't deny walling. All he said was like,
sure he was also playing ranked in the clip where he's walling.
He was.
Yeah. So, but he did it for camos. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
So dumb.
But so like, I don't know. He
I'm not really sure. He like essentially didn't say he wasn't walling, but he also said good cheaters like know how to hide their hacks or something, or like
He
their
admitted to
walls.
walling. He said he was doing it for camos. Yeah, he admitted it. Which is
No, he said he got that cheat because that cheat comes with the camo unlocks. That's what he was trying to say.
I think he said he got the cheat so that he could do his camo grind easier. I think that's what he said. It doesn't really matter. Either way, he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
But yeah, so shocking. A game with a ranked play and a dog shit, terrible anti-cheat. You know, the number 2 ranked player is a cheater. Go figure.
Yep.
Shocking. So that just, again, looks absolutely horrible for Activision that they... Wait, so I don't even know. I thought, isn't Ricochet in Vanguard now? Because a lot of people on Twitter seem to think it's not. It's like, do we even really know? I thought it went in months ago, like in January.
I'm pretty sure it went live with Warzone, yeah.
No, it was later than War. It wasn't the same time for sure. It was later than Warzone.
It might have been before Warzone, actually.
I don't think so.
I'll look it up right now, but go on.
That's pretty much it. I don't know, but shocking. The anti-cheat doesn't work, and an anti-cheat not working in a game with ranked play is not great. So let's hope they get that sucker working before we get ranked anything in Warzone 2, right?
Yeah. It is live in both now.
Okay. Yeah, so I think it went live after it went in Warzone. So there we go. Again,
Either way, yeah.
Doesn't work.
Yeah, this is just a kind of a funny story. This guy's a fucking idiot. Whatever he said, he's lying. I mean, he's number 2 ranked, and he also walls, but he didn't do that to get number 2. Sure, bud.
Yeah.
And this just further vindicates my suspicion that there are so many more people walling in Vanguard and in fucking Warzone, especially, than you guys would think. I swear to God, dude, when there are those rare times engine noting is down, the games are always so much better. And I bet you it's because a lot of fucking people wall, and those people weren't able to wall during those times. There's just so many wallers. And it's hard to get caught walling, dude. It's pretty hard. If you don't stream and you just wall, and you don't have like a real obvious fucking aimbot headshot machine, like most people in a kill, you can't really tell in a kill cam a lot of times either. It's like so hard to get caught, dude.
Yep.
Without a kernel level anti-cheat. And supposedly we have one, but obviously it doesn't work. I mean, the guy was literally running a fucking wall hack program and on a game that has a kernel level anti-cheat. So what happened?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what kernel level anti-cheat means anymore. I think that's the biggest point.
Oh, by the way, also,
I don't know what that means.
Regarding the damage, what is it called? The damage
clamp.
Damage clamp. Again, I saw 2 or 3 clips last week alone from big popular Warzone streamers running into people using that damage clamp. How? It's like we don't play every day for hours, but we have friends in the Discord that do play every single day for hours. And they've still yet to see any of these. And yet I've seen fucking 20 clips from TP of him getting the damage clamp on some cheater. It's like, I swear to God, it's like literally 4 whitelisted massive streamers so they can show that the anti-cheat's doing something. Never seen it, never will. So that's super fun.
I actually wouldn't be surprised if like Tim the Tapman, I mean, he's such a big streamer, right? That he has Activision employees who are fans of his, who watch his live stream, who will literally look at everyone who's playing in his pregame lobby and manually look around for people that are cheating or have stats that are sus, and just manually apply a damage clamp to that person before his game starts. I actually wouldn't be surprised if that's what was happening, because I have not seen anyone in our 2,000 member Discord, many of whom play a lot, ever say they've seen the damage clamp work on some cheater who is shooting at them.
Yeah, and I think
you would expect to see it with how much fucking L plays or Lag Show or Bandit or any of these other players.
Yeah,
who play with cheaters a lot, by the way.
And I think we asked that in our Discord one time, and everyone was like, nope, I've never seen it. Flex right now in chat is saying he's seen it one time, which is surprising. He's literally the first person I think I know that has said they've ran into that. So, because I feel like that's what people would just say. It's like, oh, well, like TP and them play like a ton of hours a day. And I do understand that, so they have a higher chance of running into those players. But I'm saying our friends, all of them combined that play 4 or 5 hours a day, you know, they've never ran into it. None of, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 of them. That's kind of what I'm basing it off of.
Yeah. So, I don't know what the deal is there. That is weird, though. When you brought that up to me, I was like, that is a good point. Because you would expect to see it if it was, like, even remotely common. So, but cool. Can't damage clamp a Waller, though.
Yep.
They need to start sniffing harder for these kernels, man.
You want them to sniff a little harder?
We need some deeper inhales. Yeah, this is dog shit. But anyway, this kid's a fucking idiot. By the way, he's banned now. They banned him.
Yeah.
Not surprising.
I'm surprised they didn't make a little funny tweet about it. Make themselves look stupid.
They would look dumb, so they don't want to. He's also off the leaderboards that are available as well. So
yeah.
Someone else is number 2 now. Get pissed on, kid.
And so one of the last things here, this is again one of those lawyer type things that I don't exactly understand.
Any
but this
lawyers in the chat?
this is going viral. So this is from Jason Schreier, the writer for Bloomberg that writes about video game stuff and has written about a lot about Activision. New in an explosive allegation, one of the lawyers behind the Activision Blizzard discrimination suit, that was that $18 million one we talked about, I think it was 18, says that California Governor Gavin Newsom is interfering to support Activision and that he abruptly fired her boss. This is, by the way, their absolute savior. This is who they want as president, and apparently he's interfering and supporting Activision. Allegedly. So he goes on to say, Jeanette something, chief counsel on the Activision Blizzard's lawsuit, was fired last month. Her assistant chief counsel resigned in protest, accusing Newsom's office of, quote, mimicking the interests of Activision's counsel. And then later, this was updated, and in a statement of Bloomberg, Newsom's spokeswoman, Erin something, calls the allegation of interference with the Activision lawsuit categorically false. As they always say, yeah. They always say it's false, right? None of those people went to Epstein's rape island and touched little boys and girls either, right? I mean, it's just categorically false, yeah.
Yeah, categorically.
So there we go. I thought this was absolutely hilarious because it's good old
and
Gav.
Deeply unsurprising.
Gabby Newsom. This would be much bigger news, by the way, if this was a Republican coming out supporting Activision. But it's like, you know, none of these Activision employees, Raven employees, the social justice warriors have said a goddamn thing about any of this because they all voted for this prick, right? So, and yes, this is Mr. French Laundry himself.
This is Mr. French Laundry. Got it. So we know that Gavin Newsom is a man of upstanding moral character who makes laws and obeys the laws he himself put into effect because he thinks they're good laws. Oh, wait. No, he's not. Hey, politicians are real slimy sometimes. A lot. Almost always. Shocker. Gavin Newsom's a cunt. Wouldn't surprise me, man. Wouldn't surprise me. And the governor of the state of California is a little corrupt and in the pockets of corporations to earn a buck?
Yeah.
Wow.
Black
That's
helicopters.
totally unbelievable. Hey, I believe Aaron Mellon, who said this is categorically false.
Yeah.
Because that's something that like has never happened in American politics before.
No.
So,
Not at all.
It must be categorically false. So yeah, this is funny. Fuck Gavin Newsom. And fuck Activision. So cool.
Exactly.
Got it. Yeah, but this doesn't surprise me. I would be shocked if this wasn't categorically true, in fact. So.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Not much there. And then our last point here, I added this to the very end because I just found this funny. Activision Blizzard tweeted, today on the 11th, we announced the appointment of Kristen Hines as our new Chief Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Officer. So now we have a new position. We've added a seat to the C-suite. There's a COO, there's a CEO, there's a CFO, and now there's a CDO in companies, I guess. this is a position I didn't know existed. Maybe this is the first of its kind, but you've got a chief executive officer, and now you have a chief diversity, equity, and inclusion officer, which is very interesting. I don't know what this person... So if this person works full-time, which I suspect she does, she wakes up in the morning, goes to work, and then does what for 40 hours a week? What does this person do for 40 hours a week? Like, I don't understand.
Well, with all the lawsuits at Activision, she's probably actually working.
There's probably a lot to do right now. That's a great point. Yeah,
I just don't know what qualifies someone to be a chief diversity or inclusion officer. I mean, did they have to go through...
Be not white and not male.
Let's see. Let's look at
and not
Kristen
straight,
Hines.
Probably.
It sounds like a white name, so I don't know. It's already not very inclusive.
It does sound like a white bitch. Yeah, that's true. Not there's anything wrong with women, but you work for Activision, you're a bitch. So women are not. Women are not. Rather.
Yeah, I don't know who this is. Oh, yeah, you're right. Not white. Definitely not white. Yeah.
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 Which is fine.
Yeah. No.
You don't need to be hiring white people.
Fine. Yeah.
But yeah, I just find
I
it
just don't know
weird.
What qualifies you to be the diversity. Like, who is? I mean, are there college? Is there a college major for being diverse or something? You know, it's like, how do they pick who runs that type of job?
It seems like it's just an overpaid human resources manager, like department head.
Could be something like that. Yeah, maybe someone who's like been in.
But they made up a new one for it.
Yeah.
You know, very weird. Yeah.
I'm trying to find more that says about it. Worked formerly as a managing director of its global inclusion. Oh, so she's done this job before. So I guess this does exist in other companies. Okay. Got it. Well, there you go. That's why she got the job, because she's had this job before in another large corporation.
It's just sad to me. Like, look, I'm all for diversity, equity, and inclusion, and you shouldn't be like hiring only white people or anything. Obviously, everyone agrees with this.
Well, of course not. Yeah, white people are actually generally dog shit.
We should in fact kill them all in game, of course. But it is very sad that you need someone to enforce like not hiring only white people.
Mm-hmm.
Just have a company exist where you just hire people who would be like good for the job, and then you don't need to pay another C-suite exec an outrageous salary with stock options probably to have this job at all. Like, if Activision wasn't embroiled in all these shenanigans, this just wouldn't need to be a position anyway. Like, it's very weird. I had never heard of this position before. I wonder if this is the new trend now.
It probably is. That makes sense.
Diverse CDOs in every company, and I just didn't know it.
Yeah. Focus on large-scale enterprise and culture transformation, talent strategies, mergers, and acquisition. Okay, that's nothing to do with that. Yeah, I don't know.
It's weird.
But anyways, there we go.
Yeah, like Nicole Orific just said, it's not just about hiring, though. Work culture, the way things function, the way people are spoken to and given assignments. I get all that. And, like, you know, if your CDO is in charge of, like, making sure, you know, company memos are worded better, we have more, like, gender neutral bathrooms, shit like that. That's all, like, genuinely, those are good things to, like, strive for. I just find it insane that these things need their own job position to be handled because your current regular ass managers can't figure out not to go cubicle crawling.
Well, yeah, they're the ones doing it. That's why.
Activision. Exactly. Like, it's just so I don't know. I wish it didn't need to be a position, but at Activision, clearly it does need to be. So I guess this is a good thing.
It'll probably lead to a lot of these people actually getting fired and shit versus, you know. Well, I don't know. Bobby had someone killed allegedly or almost, and he's still a CEO. So never mind. It won't do anything.
To murder someone. Yes, that is true.
I'm surprised he hasn't threatened to murder Kristen yet.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
He actually had nice words about her, which is shocking.
He might have some leverage, which is why she got hired. You know, I don't know. But these are all jokes. Don't sue us. But yeah. Anyway, I don't know. That's good, I guess. So it's just crazy that it needs to exist at all. That's my kind of only point. So anyway, Tanner, anything else you wanted to talk about today?
Nope.
Got it. All right, boys and girls, that's it. Reminder, Sea of Thieves tomorrow, live, 12 p.m. Pacific, Friday, thedropshot.com/live. We've got our Warzone roundtable, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. And we have a website called thedropshot.com. It is the best place to go for all of your The Dropshot needs. We have a small but vibrant and extremely humble community. You can join the Discord. That's the best way to get active in the community, find fellow podcast listeners or former listeners. You get access to exclusive channels if you're a patron. You get access to our announcements, our events page. It's a handy tool, and you can find people to play with and shit as well. Once again, the link to that Discord is at thedropshot.com, and also linked is a bunch of other things. Most importantly, patreon.com/thedropshot. The best way to support the show, we do 7 bonus episodes a month. We just had our latest ep go live today on Patreon. It is being very well received in the Discord. And if you wanted to give it a listen and support the program, go to patreon.com/thedropshot. Sign up today. Boys and girls, that is it. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Have an excellent evening, of course. And as always, remember, stay humble.
Stay humble.